Alright, y'all. I'm going to do a review number 2 of this crowd control beer by the Southern Prohibition Brewing Company out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. There's a few reasons why I want to do a second review on this. But first of all, look at that guy. This beer has been out a few years. I don't know exactly how long. I know the brewery was established in, I believe, 2013. Pretty positive on that. But it's kind of ironic. Crowd control, what all's going on now, and this guy's wearing this gas mask. Really cool, though. And the date, as with the other one, March 25th of 2020. And it is an 8% beer, and I'm not sure the IBUs. Now, here's the difference from yesterday's review and today's review. Yesterday, that was the first double IPA that I've had in a long time. Alright, well, this is now my third one, I believe. Yeah. And I watched a couple of reviews since yesterday, and here's why I say do a review before you watch a video if you're going to do a review on it or drink it, because it will really influence your thoughts and tastes. Now, my original review, I said that it had a smell of, or had it looked like a tangerine color and smelled tropical. Well, I watched review, I've heard a few different things. One guy even said it was like mandarin orange. Well, I was thinking mandarin orange and tangerine, that's pretty much the same. So let's go ahead and open it up. And I'm also using a different glass. This is my favorite glass. These do produce pretty big heads on them. And I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. It's just too cloudy to be outside and really enjoy it. And I'm trying a different approach with the laptop, having it a little further back. See how pretty this beer pours? Well, it's more of a lighter tangerine color than an actual tangerine. While tangerines are kind of like an orange, tangerines are a lot lighter in color. This is unfiltered, a lot of sediment floating around in it. Thick, frothy head. Very beautiful beer. On the nose, just like yesterday, though, I'm getting tropical. So now I recognize it as with the color, tangerine. It smells like it looks kind of tangerine. And I'm getting the hops. It is. Oh, shoot. I did have the hops in my head and then I forgot. I can't remember at this point. It starts with an M, I think. Yeah, you get tangerine, tropical, kind of the mandarin orange, like one guy said. A little bit sweet, but not as much. You don't smell the 8%. The 8% is hidden. Oh, by the way, I got on my cross-eyed owl t-shirt. Let me turn around for you on that one. You can see it. I can't see because I'm backwards. Why am I wearing this shirt? This is a local brewery in Decatur, Alabama, about 30 minutes from here. So, I'm going to do a series review of them. A local gas station I found out has a good bit of their beers, so I'm going to review all of them. Not at the same time, of course, but you know what I mean. So let's dive into this baby. And it is lightly carbonated, medium to light mouthfeel. Here's another thing I'm going to point out. If a beer tastes too hoppy for you or too malty, and it's your first one having it, first time having it, or your first in, a year or so, just because it's too powerful for you, that first beer, go back and revisit it the next day. Why am I saying that? Yesterday when I did this beer review, it was hard for me to get that whole beer down. Not that it was a bad beer, but the hop presence was a little much for me. Today I'm visiting it, and it's way more pleasant to me. You know, I'm loving it. It's juicy, very juice forward, very juice forward. A little bit of bitterness, not much. Yesterday it was a lot more bitter than it tastes today, and that's because of my palate. The same with like spicy foods or peppers. The more you eat hotter stuff, the more capsaicin you're used to, the less it's going to taste spicy. This hits a spot, especially if it's a hot summer day. The juiciness of it. You can taste the hops. You can taste the bitterness, but it's not overly bitter. It's a double IPA, but it's not overly bitter. It is dry hopped. But it's really good. It'll quench your thirst, but also it leaves your mouth a little dry. It has a dry aftertaste. The sweetness comes in on the back end. It does have a good malt backbone, but unlike your stouts, porters, or brown ales, or I should say New England style brown ales, because American brown ales are a little more hoppy, but they are more malt forward. Excuse me. There's your burp for today. This is juice forward and hop forward. Then comes the dryness. Once the hop dryness goes away, then you're left with a sweetness. Very pale. It's your pale tangerine. Very beautiful color on the head. Look at this. Sit there and swirl it. Yeah, it smells delicious. See, now I can see myself getting more into the IPAs. And the sediment being unfiltered, that's a turn on for me. I like that aspect of it. It's a little tart. Not very tart, but the tartness is there. That's one thing I almost left out. You know, the beer kind of matches my shirt. By the way, it's called Imperial IPA on the can, not double IPA, but it's the same thing. Another thing I'll throw in, it's a little bit colder than it was yesterday when I had it. This is straight out of the fridge. And for me, an IPA or pale ales in general are more enjoyable colder. With a lot of beers, but you know, with your stouts, drink them a little bit. And now she's putting the toothbrush in her mouth. Did you brush his teeth?
Nasty. You brush the cat with a toothbrush.
Sorry, y'all. That's what happens when you do a beer review in somebody's house. You catch things like a 1-year-old brushing a cat with her toothbrush and then putting the toothbrush back in her mouth. It's a good add-on. So I'm going to hurry and get off here. This review is going to be a lot shorter than the last few.
I ain't gonna make me a hug. A hug and a kiss. Molo's gonna lick it.
Very excited though to go get me some Cross-Eyed Owl Brewing beers. I actually know a guy that works there. Be very interesting to interview him. Get him in on a beer review or two. I already asked him, so hopefully he'll be down. I did a beer review with him before, but the quality of the video, I look like crap, and I was embarrassed of myself. So that'd be a very interesting video. And also invited another guy who did a couple of Cross-Eyed beer reviews. He is the, what was his name? What was his YouTube name? Bearded, can't remember. Hold on, I'm on a beer review right now. Something bearded guy. I'll mention his name in my next video. Cheers, y'all.